Hello everyone, this is sonicxsam, and welcome back to Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim. I decided to do some more videos about this. I was trying to record another video. I just couldn't stop thinking about this game. I was like, okay, I need to see where this goes. It has to be awesome. So we'll keep going a little bit. Not sure I'll do a full walkthrough since I know some visual novels are quite long. But I'm assuming this one can't be that long. So let's just continue. Seems like the next activity is mealtime. Hell Court. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking? You arrive at the cookout area to find a assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestige fantasy epic like you find on cable. Doubt and color usher you to the seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. Oh great, terrific. It seems like everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to a certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to the trapper. Meanwhile, he fears to sit next to a wraith or trickster. Oh god. Oh yeah, trickster is here. Surprise! Yeah, well, they don't call him expectister. I'm sorry, even I got nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole stick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, sonicxsam, real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No sir, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit next side by side. I agree. That's good. That's right. That's a good idea. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on the screen at the same time. You should probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. I mean, probably. I agree with that. That was probably not best. I mean, some of these people are massive. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got it? Okay, throughout directing traffic, you sit on one side. The rest of them will sit opposite of you. Hundreds of Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a split. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you were serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Oh, baby! Meat's back. Meat's back on the menu, boys. Seasoned with a specifically number of special herbs and spices that we specifically can't dedurch. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you know, considering what you've been up to, who are you to get judged now? To be judged now? I'm just sharing facts, and you need to murder something to eat its meat. So that's like technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, sonicxsam, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's going to be a person on the split, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. When you look closely at the split, you spot what definitely appears to be a scrap of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours, and we do literally everything on this island. Actually, that's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meat. Wow, he's right for a change. Cause I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything into one. First, who says Tuan? It's something I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked, no blood. You two in your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough, grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obvious. The hell it is. Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to the actual hell if you like. Please stop. Please, I hate when we fight. Or talk. Or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Avizaba? Great indeed. The slicing it up so you can club it in the second death. Hey sonicxsam, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and bond to the car dinner. Otherwise they will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapon for 72 hours, for 72 straight hours. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When you're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapons, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of Tetris? Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. We hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Minigame consists of 2 parts. On top of a pointer, which traced in a clockwise position on the other half. Oh, okay, this seems pretty straightforward. Okay. When the space press the button to stop the pointer over. Okay, I see. Change perfect on the start area, not the end. Okay. Seems pretty straightforward. Ready. Here we go. Slice. Perfect. Okay. Nice. Perfect. Ooh. Nice. Perfect. Okay, maybe not the best. Not bad. Oh, jeez. Not bad. That was pretty good. I like to see what you could do with a less closey weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. This sounds especially coming from the mass killers while they eat, which involves lifting their mass and shoving food up behind them. Oh, nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who doesn't seem to be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell, I mean. Come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mysterious comes easy? And the one on the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they are lifting their mask. This is like this is only 92% as disgusting as it could be if they tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, aren't you hungry? The 2 best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, sonicxsam. Number 2 is number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Okay, Spirit. If I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spiritual form. Do you see how deep the cuts off on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. What do you mean? Spirits haven't eating. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? This is gross. I'm sorry. Look at that seagull. Oh, okay. Look, whoa, wow. Have you ever seen a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyways, what were we talking about? Lame misdirection. Yeah, she's right. So I said, pretty lame. Oi, who you are? Never compose. Didn't you wash up on the island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did, poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull. Uh-oh. He just made a good point. I swear, you're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide, narrator to the narrated, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about the characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, but I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You'll have to figure out why you're really here. No, one can't tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of these to court. Hopefully you'll pick at least one of them, because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting things over and having to fast forward back to where you were, right? For the place holds many secrets, even from myself. But the one that truly matters can be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Barely mysterious, I gotta give it up to the ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gradually pouring cold water into your mouth. Jesus, don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Yes, Spirit, yes. Pour more in me, mama. Starting out over at the vast darkness of the ocean really vibrates the feeling inside me that we're all truly insignificant and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have no wonder how could anyone believe anything else. You look into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? You've always... Oh, no, I want to save. Please, I can save. I can't save. No! You found someone special. I used to feel that way. Small, important, unimportant, alone. But lately, I'm not so sure. I've started to feel different. I started to actually think that maybe this island is where I might meet someone special. Yes! Gotta get in there. You look at Spirit, who turned from the ocean to look at you while you speak on the topic she's clearly so passionate about. A friend, perhaps. Something more? I don't know what this island has planned for me. Huh? A friend? Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once, back before I was chopped into a bunch of pieces by my father. Friends aren't what's keeping me held together. I'm floating in a cloud of rage. I was so dumb, so busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself, and now I'm all I got. I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny, the purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a little silly, but Sibir looks around to see if there's anyone else on the beach when she convinced that it's only what is my reading right now? Spirits looks around to see if there's anyone else on the beach. When she's convinced that it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it, but I couldn't ignore it. I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. That sounds badass. That's kind of sick, actually, right? But I didn't let it out. But then chop, and now the dragon is pretty much a one-trick revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? No dragon, it's a lot of fire. Ooh, this is a good option. Nothing but darkness. Okay, but nothing but darkness. I'd kill to have a dragon. Maybe not the best choice of words. I mean, a dragon sounds awesome. Honestly, though, I don't feel like I got anything inside me at all. Just darkness, never-ending darkness. And here I thought Spirit was the biggest golf on the island until you arrived. Perhaps I could light a torch and search through that darkness. Oh, yes! Just as things are heating up, you hear a fury of footsteps behind you and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on the strange island. Only to find that Duet and C are splitting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they waving in the air above their heads. It's important that we stick to the what? And attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of these evening activities. That's strictly slotted in after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, I was. No time for excuses. Well, this is what that is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go. Alright, well that was a nice moment with Spirit, though, I do have to admit. Spirit's starting to grow on me a little bit. Once everyone was gathered at the Spire Pit, Dwelt and C quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. This is my narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? This never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Jesus. Trapper's a little heavy. And I'm gonna save here. I smell a minigame. Voice tempering, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry everyone, I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how the whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true, it is really fair to pick on the newbie. Seriously, has anyone here ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Dolan, if you try to flex that Doria's gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so clean and then I'll drown you in his blood. Fuss and muss will come off. I'll come and back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even names any names? Not us. I announced my name. Who's Dolan? Who's Doyle? Who even knows anyone anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so. Sonic Sam, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so this tropical island doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Oh, we're gonna clearly pick Spirit, come on. I choose you, Spirit. Whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Really, you want to hear it from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets to her feet in front of the campfire. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously, disturbing. Even to me, I literally pulled a guy's skull and spine out once, but with my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. If everyone else is going to chit chat, I guess I can just sit down and. Hunter's eyes goes red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Ralph take the seat. They know when it's worth fighting, but when it's not. Well, I hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance. Too late now, though. I was selected, and so I'm going to tell my story. I call it. Oh, that's actually pretty. That's a nice picture of her. The prisoner's kiss. You notice that Huntress and Rafe are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It was okay. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain splashed from the sky like blood from an old wound. Detective Houghton, a celebrity investigator and renowned hostage investigator, was called negotiator, who was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she had ever seen before. Even when she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of a busy market, had appeared a giant box, strange alien in its appearance and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area? How could something like this happen? Or appear? A mystery it was, as if conjured by magic. But there was no illusion. The huge box was real, and someone was trapped inside. Spirit pauses. Her sorry look from face to face with each audience member. She has no expression, but you can feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. Help me! Cried someone inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. But now it was if every detective in the city was there. Looking at this strange structure up and down, inspecting it on every side, it doesn't make sense. There were no doors, no windows, no fastenings or streams. It was completely solid and much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for a small slit just enough to see bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. I don't know what happened. I woke up, and here I was. I'm so scared. Please help me, cried the man as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hodder confronted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy time for other investigators. However, time did not bring charity, only anxiety. As the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. And as night grew longer, the stripping rain pondered on the ground. The man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic in the need of help. But Detective Halter was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her like it had ever had before. But let me die in here, the man begged. Don't let me die alone. Stay calm, instructed Dr. Haltman. You're not alone in here. Hell, half of the town in here, we're all together, and we won't let this be the end of your story. Looking through the narrow west to a passage west, Detective Halton watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange and sad prisoner. Together, they both kept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. Wait, I didn't realize she's blinking. Oh shit, that's sick. Promise, asked the man. Promise that I'm not alone? Yeah, she stopped. I do. A simple promise. Plague. A simple pledge. She felt an instant connection like she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any of the other hostages she had worked so hard to free before. And so, when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hartman, for she knew he would return. And he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slot in his horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, stream flowing from his mouth as he asked, "Promise? Promise I'm not alone?" "Yes," she promised, "I do." And pressing her palms against the cold inside of the box, without truly knowing why, Ted Hartman leaned forward and placed her own lips up to the opening, letting their breaths creep into the strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall on this man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel in this brief contact the beating of her heart, pulsing blood through every inch of her body, matched beat for beat in this soft touch. "Thank you," said the man. No trace of fear remained in his voice as he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. "Get back!" yelled an officer, suddenly adjusting himself between the detective and Hartman in the box, breaking a silence that would soon be filled by a calosoton of whirling gears and clicking latches, a symptom of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered, as if unseen lever pulled, and the side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hartman grabbed her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed into the puddle rain water, her heart racing as she swept her light from the side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man, or at least landed on what should have been him. But in the corner of the box was a pile of pieces, like parts of a doll, almost pulled apart, or perhaps that's just how Detective Hartman had to think of him in the moment to survive. A collection of segmented limbs placed disconnected from another, clearly severed and placed in a neat little pile. And on top of that pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips an icy blue. Spirits stared at the fire, her expression lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. "You're blown away by the story. It is safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else is looking into the fire, or up at the sky, anywhere but at Spirit. It was you who chose her. You who inherited this hollow tale. So sad, so creepy, so sensational." She really went into the great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Too much detail, and now no one is sure to act. Dwelt and see are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. The game was supposed to be a lighthearted rap. Please, I said, do something. Say nothing, hug her. Cool story. Stand up and try to start one of those slow claps. No, say nothing and hug her. Let's hug her. We gotta get in there. You stand, and without saying anything, approach Spirit, reaching her arms out around her for a hug. Her robe, hovering in the air, began to wrap itself around you and squeeze you into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but also it's like being tied up. It's certainly not what you expected. Instinctively, you pull yourself away, but it's an awkward moment, and you nearly fall over into the fire. Spirit says nothing, and she floats away. Well, so much as a goodbye. You meanwhile realize everyone had just watched this truly strange interaction from the corner of their eye. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a while so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you're here in the ocean, slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all the 7 seconds before Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. "Hey, baby, you look alone. Mind if I join you?" He doesn't wait for an answer. "I know you've been hearing from all these grumpies all day, but I want to hear from you, something from a big fish like me, something special. Those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in this ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby." Trisha leaves, and you're a bit confused about what to make of this cryptic clues, but you aren't going to give any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. "You know, I was watching you while I told my story." I want to continue this, but this is like a good time to stop. We'll continue, boys. We'll definitely continue real soon, guys, for sure. Cause no, hold on, maybe just a little more. I could tell it was having an effect on you. The fog that follows me around, I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. You and I are both absolute flabbergasted at the piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day. When you're a god, a narrator. You're doing it again right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me. Oh, hot tub scene? Dripping hot tubs with the spirit, you come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her and offer like that. Just don't forget a little talk. Okay, we have to stop here. I'm not gonna miss this hot tub scene with spirit. This is sonicxsam, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.